What's up, podcaster? It's Ben here from Podcast Pros with a podcast hosting comparison. And today we're comparing Spreaker to Podbean. So if you've been debating between these two hosts, this video will help you make the right decision for you and your show. And once you've made your decision, there are links to both Spreaker and Podbean in the description box and the pinned comment. And both of those links will get you a free trial of the service. So let's get right into it. So moving right into features, there are a few features that Spreaker has that make it a very unique and compelling choice. And that is really their focus on live podcasting as well as making money and monetizing your podcast from the beginning. All of their paid plans give you access to their monetization features, which allows you to start making money the second you start your show. And if you have an existing catalog of episodes, if you move them over to Spreaker, you can even make money off of your previous episodes. They do this by providing dynamic ad insertion, which allows you to pick certain parts of your episodes where an ad will play. And they fill those spots automatically by using something called programmatic advertising. So what this means is that advertisers can pay Spreaker to advertise on podcasts to specific demographics. Spreaker will then put ads that make sense for you and your show into the spots that you've given them, and you earn a percentage of that revenue for letting them play. So they do most of the heavy lifting here and make it very easy to start making some money, and you pick how many ads there are and where they play in your episodes. So this saves you the time and hassle of having to go find advertisers and negotiate with them, and allows you to start making money right from the beginning. And you can even make episode off your previous episodes when people listen to them. Obviously, since you're earning only a percentage of the revenue, you're going to get less than you could have on your own, but you're saving yourself the time and hassle of having to go find those opportunities. All of their plans allow you to host multiple shows on one account, meaning you don't have to pay for another plan if you decide to host another show. All their plans provide an embeddable podcast player, and their paid plans allow you to customize your RSS feed. Their free plan, as well as their cheapest paid plan, just provide basic podcast stats. If you want more advanced analytics, you're gonna have to pay for the more expensive tiers. They also give you the option for a private or a limited access show, but only on their broadcaster or above plans. They also offer what they call Spreaker Studio, which is a podcast creation and audio editing software that you can download and really create and edit your entire episode on. And this can be downloaded for your phone, tablet, or desktop. Spreaker also has their own podcast player app, which is available on both Apple and Android devices. So those are Spreaker's core features, but to us, there are two that really stand out, and it's their focus on live podcasting as well as simple podcast monetization. So because of these and their additional features, we gave them a score of 9 out of 10. So now moving on to pricing. Spreaker does offer a free plan, but it will limit you in terms of what features you have access to, and there will be no monetization features on any of their free plans. With that being said, though, you can still host multiple shows on their free plan. Upgrading to their paid plans gives you access to these monetization features. It also gives you a customizable RSS feed and more storage time. And if you upgrade even further beyond their cheapest paid plan, you get advanced statistics as well. The limited access podcast or private podcasting option is limited to their more expensive plans. So if that's something you're looking for, you're going to have to go for the higher tier options. They also provide an enterprise solution for podcast networks and larger companies, but for the individual podcaster, their paid plans will run you $7 to $50 per month when paid monthly, and $6 to $45 if you pay for the year. Spreaker also scored very well in this category because even on their cheapest plan for $6 or $7, what you get is a lot of value for your money. So we gave them a score of 8 out of 10 when it comes to price because their cheapest plan is a great option, and as you move up, you're getting more and more value. So now moving on to ease of use. As mentioned, Spreaker's core focuses are live podcasting and simple podcast monetization. From that element, making money off your show is very, very simple, and that plays into ease of use, as that is a lot of podcasters' core focus. Their live tools, their podcast app, and their audio editing software are all things that you're going to have to learn if you want to use Spreaker to its full extent, but they are very simple and user-friendly to use, even for beginners. So it will definitely take some time to learn about all of Spreaker's features and the options that they provide you, but they do make it fairly easy to use, even for beginners. Because of all of this, Spreaker scored an 8 out of 10 when it comes to ease of use. So overall, Spreaker scored a 25 out of a possible 30 points. It is a fantastic podcast hosting option, especially if you're looking for simple monetization and live podcasting. So let's get right into it and start off with features. And this is definitely going to be the longest category because Podbean gives you a ton of features to play with. Podbean's been in the podcast hosting space for over 10 years now, so they are one of the original and trusted names within podcast hosting. They also have their own mobile podcasting app and player with a ton of users. All of Podbean's plans come with podcast stats. All plans also include a podcast website, but something that's specific to Podbean is that they give you full access to change the code to really customize the design of your website. And on that website, on their paid plans, you can actually integrate your own domain. So if you own a domain name for your show or for your business, you can use that on the podcast's website. They also offer custom episode publishing and the ability to schedule episodes to go live at a later date. You can also manage and publish podcast episodes all from your mobile device. Podbean also offers an embeddable podcast player, which makes it very easy to embed specific episodes onto your website. And they also have an integration with MailChimp, which makes it very easy to capture emails to then later use for email marketing. You can also use their mobile app to create your own podcast, and you can edit all the audio and capture all the audio within the app. For podcasters looking to monetize their show, Podbean gives you a ton of ways to do this. They provide a Patreon program, which makes it very easy for you to sign up your listeners as patrons to contribute to your show every single month. You can sell access to your show through subscription, but you can get even deeper than that and charge for specific episodes. They also have an ads marketplace, which makes it very easy to connect with sponsors and get them to run ads on your show. Podbean also gives you the ability to live stream your episodes, and your guest hosts can call in live. And with these live streams, you can even sell tickets to your listeners to grant them access to this live stream. And you also have the ability to receive virtual gifts from your listeners when they're listening to the live stream. Podbean is also one of the few hosts that allows for video podcasts. So if you're looking to incorporate video, Podbean can do that. They also offer a business plan for podcast networks or larger businesses. So regardless of who you are, there's definitely an option for you on Podbean. So those are all of Podbean's core features. And as you can see, they give you a ton to work with. So naturally, they scored very well within this category. We gave them a 9 out of 10 when it comes to features. They give you so much to work with. If you want to do something with your podcast, you probably can with Podbean. So now moving on to pricing. Because Podbean has so many features, they split up the access to these features depending on which tier or which plan you opt for. They do have a completely free option, which gives you 5 hours of total storage and 100 gigabytes of monthly bandwidth. With the free option though, a lot of the cool features that make Podbean so compelling aren't included. So you're probably going to opt for a paid plan. Their paid plans start off very affordable at $9 per month when paid yearly and $14 when paid monthly. And they move up in price depending which features you want access to. If you use the link down below and head over to Podbean's pricing page, you'll see how their different tiers are structured and which features come with which plan. That'll make it very easy for you to see which plan that you have to go for to get the features that you really want. Podbean also scored very well in this category because we love the fact that they have a completely free plan, and even their paid plans are very affordable for the value that you get out of them. And that's why we gave them an 8 out of 10 when it comes to price. So now moving on to ease of use. As mentioned earlier in the features category, there is a ton to work with here. So naturally, those are all things that you're going to have to learn. And some of the more complex features, there's a more of a steeper learning curve to really get the most out of them. So they do give you a ton to work with, but for some people, it may almost be too much and a little overwhelming. They do give you a ton of support, and because Podbean's been around for a long time and they are a very popular host, there is a ton of resources on Podbean's website and on YouTube and blogs, etc. But there is a bit of a learning curve compared to some of the other podcast hosting options, but it is a necessary evil to have all these different features that Podbean gives you. So that definitely shouldn't scare you away because all of their features are very approachable, but naturally they're gonna take a little more time to learn because you have so much more to play with. And that's why we scored Podbean an 8 out of 10 when it comes to ease of use, because they give you so many features. They're not the plug and play, very simple solution that some of the other hosts are, but naturally that comes with having all of these advanced features. So they give you a ton to work with, but obviously you're gonna have to spend a little bit of time figuring out how to use them to maximize your use of Podbean. Overall, across all three categories, we scored Podbean a 25 out of a possible 30 points. We are massive fans of Podbean and all that they offer to podcasters. As I mentioned before, there are links to both Spreaker and Podbean in the description box and pinned comment of this video. So go ahead and use those links. You'll get yourself a free trial of whatever service you chose. And full disclosure, those links are affiliate links. So if you do decide to use them and sign up for a paid plan, the channel will earn a small commission at no extra expense to you. So we appreciate the support in advance. So after watching this breakdown, I want to hear from you. Are you going to host your show with Spreaker or Podbean? Let me know in the comment section down below. And don't forget to subscribe for more podcasting videos. And I'll see you in the next one. Happy podcasting.